Hola! Hello, this is us on the Iber Cup in Portugal. This is our first day here, and today we got on the train to Lisbon and we went to Benfica Stadium. We went on the stadium tour. At the stadium, we managed to do things such as go in the dugouts and take photos, in the press conference room and look at the changing rooms.
After the stadium tour, we then went to the museum. We learned about the history of Benfica and all the different sports they are represented in. We discovered about the famous players and all of the famous kits, as well as the impressive trophy cabinet.
Then we went to the cathedral and did a tour, had the opportunity to take lots of photos of the stained glass windows, various ornate garments, and had good fun.
After that we had some dinner and then we went to the fan zone to watch Uruguay against Portugal. Had a really good atmosphere, so that's pretty mint. And then after that, Portugal obviously lost the game, so the atmosphere went a little bit quiet, which was a bit of a shame. Hello, we're back from the Iber Cup. Update from today is we've been on a tour of the city in Lisbon with a local tour guide and seen historical sites around the city.
After that, we then went to the wine museum, where we saw about all the different wines, all their different tastes, and we even sampled a few as well.
Then we went to the Arco Monumento de Rua Augusta, climbed to the top and we could see over the fan park. This was the square, commerce square, where people came to trade.
And we've just gone and finished off now with our referee meeting, our pre-tournament meeting for the Iber Cup, where we have briefed with all the other referees who will be officiating on what we're going to be involved with this whole week.
Hola, welcome back. We've finished our first day of games at the Iber Cup. Today we had 4 back-to-back games at the Dramatico Stadium, each having an opportunity to referee, assist and be the 4th official.
After our 4 games today, we got back to the hotel and we had rest and recovery. A few of us went out straight to bed and had a nap, whilst a few of us went into the pool and swam a few laps just to recover.
After a time to relax, we then went to the conference room in the hotel and had a look at our analysis from today's games with our coach. So we went through those and looked at some pointers, development points and strengths.
And we've just finished off by going to the opening ceremony for the whole Iber Cup, where they had live music and flag bearers for all the different teams.
To the Iber Cup, we are now on day 4 and day 2 of games. Today we started with lunch at the school and did our pre-match brief, taken over by Tom, and had some coaching points on teamwork.
That teamwork came in handy because our first game ended with 3 red cards, 6 yellow cards and a little misconduct report. So it was a very interesting first game of the day.
The teamwork still continued, although not to the extent of the first game. Our team carried on working professionally, and we managed to get through very successfully once again in the second game.
Then we had some time to watch England-Colombia.
Hello, we've just done day 3 of the Iber Cup tournament. Today was a lighter day with only 2 games. Kat took the first game and worked in a team with English and Dutch referees.
In game 2 we were refereeing Portuguese and an American team. We had an observer from Manchester who praised us for our teamwork and communication today.
Following the 2 games, we had some rest and recuperation by the pool, which was nice ahead of tomorrow's games.
And finished off with some video analysis, which lasted around 2 hours, when we were mainly going over yesterday's game, where there was a number of key match incidents. Hello, this is our day 6 of the Iber Cup. This is our 4th day of games today, and this morning we kicked off with 2 games, which myself and Kat were in the middle for. We had an observer on them and there was no major incidents that happened.
After our 2 games, because we had a 4-hour break in between, we came back to the hotel and jumped into the pool for some rest and recuperation.
Following a nice rest in the middle of the day, we headed back to the same venue as this morning for 2 more games with myself and Albie in the middle. They were between 2 Portuguese teams and a Swedish and a Portuguese team in the playoffs. Not too much to report on those either.
After the games this evening, we found out that we'd all been appointed to various semi-finals and finals tomorrow. Jordan's going to kick the day off at 8:15.
Hello from day 7 at the Iber Cup. This morning was a 5 AM start for myself. I had a game between PSG Academy and USA United. Quite a competitive game, which was nice. 1 red card, and then headed back to the hotel for recovery ahead of this afternoon's games.
This evening I had a game at Dramatico Stadium. It was the under-18s girls final when I was an assistant referee. It was between Estoril, local team here in Lisbon, against SoCal from America. It was 2-2 in normal time before Estoril won on penalties.
Also in the afternoon, myself, John and Albie headed out because we had a couple of matches together, followed by a cup final with me and Jordan as assistant referees.
And now to finish the evening, we are doing some video analysis of yesterday's games.
Hello from day 8 at the Iber Cup. This morning was a more relaxed start to the day with no games. So we headed to the beach and had a little pedalo.
After that, we then went to the fan zone in Lisbon to watch England beat Sweden 2-0 and progress into the semi-finals of the World Cup.
Also in the afternoon, at the beach, we went on an obstacle course in the sea and headed back to the Portsmouth pool games.
And this evening, to finish off, we've been out for an all-you-can-eat buffet in Qashqai. We're going to head back to the hotel soon and pack ready for our flight tomorrow. Hello everyone, we are on our way back to Hampshire now. We wanted to share with you a few highlights of the week. So mine was the under-18s girls final at Dramatico Stadium. It wasn't just a game, it was an event with national anthems, live TV and working with neutral officials from other counties.
For me, it was the way that our teamwork's improved over the week. We started off a bit shaky, but as we got to the end of the week, we were really working well as a team.
For me, I think the highlight throughout the week has been working with players from all over the world, their different clubs.
And finally for me, I think that working with officials from not only England but from countries around the world has been quite useful and has helped us develop as referees.
My biggest challenge this week was the physical requirements that came from the week. Obviously, when we had 4 games a day and trying to recover, having 4 games the next day, that was always a struggle. The thing I've taken away from it the most is how to improve my match control by going through some video analysis of our games and seeing how I can improve.
My biggest challenge this week has been mental fatigue. Back-to-back games starting very early in the morning with lulls in the afternoon has been quite tiring, followed by evening video analysis. I think the thing that I will take away from this though is the importance of teamwork and communication, realising that we have time to make decisions and confirm, but actually also we do sometimes have to go quick with our decisions.
I think for me the biggest challenge this week has been concentration throughout the games. I have enjoyed the opportunity to work with players from all over the world. I think the intensity of the games in terms of having one or more than one every day has helped me develop, because I can take any feedback and implement that straight away the next day.
The biggest challenge for me this tournament was the language barrier between other players. In most cases, some of the teams could speak very little English, so I had to try and make my point across to them in most actions or broken English for them to understand. This tournament has helped me develop as a referee by improving my communication with other match officials and overall improving our teamwork together, which helped the harmony in the group and decisions making throughout the game as well.